Hi guys, hope you're doing wonderful. It's Eva here from Abundant Results Coaching. And today I'd love to talk to you about two different ways you can change business results. And there is different impact and different length how quickly you can find solutions depending on the method you choose. So we have the masculine way and the feminine way. And you can use each of these approaches to any challenge that you're facing in your business. Could be your sales conversion is not what you would love it to be. Could be that your converting events are not bringing you the results that you would like them to be. Could be that maybe you have team and the team is not performing as well as you would like them to do. And you can go about resolving that business challenge in masculine way or feminine way. So what does that look like? Let's take example of conversion. Okay, so you would love to be converting 1 out of 3 prospects, or maybe more, maybe even 1 out of 2. But currently, you're converting maybe 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 8. And so the masculine approach, you would jump into action and strategy immediately. So you're noticing the challenge. Okay, I'm not converting as much as I would like to. I'm converting 1 out of 8 instead of 1 out of 3 or even 1 out of 2. And you can jump into resolving the issue by action and strategy. So, what would that look like? You would schedule more sales calls. You would maybe adjust your sales script or maybe learn another way of doing your sales conversation. And this is the masculine way. And usually, the masculine way takes long time to adjust the issue to actually overcome the problem. And very often it might even perpetuate the problem because we're holding the mindset of okay, I have an issue, I'm not converting as much as I want, and then I'm hustling and changing strategies in order to fix the problem. So very often this approach leads to tiredness and not necessarily great results. The other way would be to use your feminine energetics first before you take any action. So, what do I mean by that? Feminine approach to change your business results means that we go to mindset first. And in terms of changing conversion rate, we can go to two places when it comes to mindset. So, first, we can create the outcome that we desire in our mind first. So, what would you love to create? For instance, I'm so happy and grateful now that I close 1 out of 3 sales or better. And you want to believe that, accept that belief first, and operate from that belief. So you can do it in several different ways. You can be writing that belief, you can be visualizing it, you can be repeating it out loud. But the idea is that, okay, you notice the outcome that is not what you want, and you ask yourself, what would I love instead? And focus in terms of your mindset on that outcome. And then from there, you ask yourself, okay, what actions can I take to create that outcome that I want? The second place where you would go in terms of mindset is to check on your assumptions. So, what do I mean by assumptions? You take pen to paper and you ask yourself, what do I believe or assume about selling in general right now? About people that I attract, about my ability to close, my ability to convert, to handle objections. And you want to identify the non productive assumptions. So, for instance, things like selling is hard, or I attract prospects who are not the right fit, or I'm getting caught up in objection handling and I don't know how to handle objections, let's say money objections or whatever. And what these assumptions are like your beliefs around the sales process or the closing process that literally dictate what you're going to observe. So, whatever we assume or whatever we believe to be true about that specific area of our business, we will always find the reflection of that belief in the outside world. And so, in order for us to change our reality, we want to change these assumptions. So, you literally take pen to paper and ask yourself, okay, what would I assume or what would I believe if I was closing my ideal amount of clients? So let's say 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 2. Well, first of all, I would be assuming that selling is easy peasy lemon squeezy. I would be assuming that I'm magnetic to prospects who are my ideal client avatars. And in fact, I probably have some sort of pre qualifying process to identify them. Another one would be I am masterful at objection handling. I always know what to say to help the person make the best decision. So it's literally becoming aware of what's sitting in your mindset that is right now creating the result of that 1 out of 8 sales instead of, and then flipping it into the assumptions that you would have, belief systems that you would have when you are actually closing 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 2. Now, then what you do, you've got to discipline yourself to believe those new assumptions. So it's not good enough to just rewrite it. You've got to take the new ones and accept them like this is my new thinking system. This is how I believe. This is my set of beliefs around my sales process. And when you take on the feminine approach first, what you're doing is you're actually changing the source of your result first. And then from there, you're taking action, but the action is actually effective. And very often, when you change the mindset first, you start receiving intuitive hits and inspired ideas, and you start seeing things about closing sales that you didn't see before, which helps you create results 10 times quicker and 10 times easier than the masculine approach. So the way I call it is we lead with feminine and we execute with effective masculine action. So I hope this has been a good food for thought for you and it will help you in your business. And if you like this tip and would love to learn the mindset tools and tips that more mindset tools and tips like this, I would love to invite you to our free 5-day masterclass that's coming up, where I guide you through step-by-step mindset shifts and strategic transformations that I did in order to go from 5K per month overwork coach to multi-7 figures, scrapping 25% of my working hours so that I am able to not only impact the world and help more people, but also live a beautiful lifestyle in the process. So if you would love to learn those skills, more tools like this, and very hands-on support with this, join me through the link in the description of this video, and I will see you there. Enjoy implementing, and for those of you that would love to go deeper, I will see you in the masterclass. Take care.